All right, let's talk a bit about how to change the style of a component. So right here we have a feature highlight, and down here we also have a feature highlight. See that feature highlight and then see feature highlight? But they look really, really different. So if I'm going to zoom out a little bit, like these don't look very similar at all. They're very, very different in their look and feel, which is cool because you have a lot of flexibility with every component, right? So I'm going to actually take this one's kind of cooler. So I'm going to take this component here and we'll make it look like this. And I'm just going to walk through the process of how that's done. So we want, one of the first things we want is this, well, kind of like the big thing that'll make this look similar is changing this background color. So to do that, we're going to come in here and I'm going to click edit and we'll go down to styles. And then I notice that it's, I think it's this one here. And so we'll, check it out. Great. So now we have that same background, but there's some there's some margin on the side here. So I'm now going to add that margin by clicking on styles, and we're going to add a margin, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's 44, maybe it's 32. Either way, we'll get close. So let's see. Perfect. That's 44. So so now that we have that margin, let's take another look. Okay, cool. Let's maybe put some margin up top so that it's there's some space between them. So we'll go 32. And now we'll be able to kind of really see how they look. Okay, awesome, great. So now we have that margin, but we can see that the border radius, right, is rounded, but ours is harsh. So inside of here, we'll go to frame styles, and we'll click corner radius, and we'll make the corner radius XXL. And now we'll see our corner radius. Cool. It looks very similar on both, which is exactly what we want. So the next thing that we can see is these still look pretty darn different. Like this one has a bunch of padding up here, and this one's really kind of doesn't have too much padding. It's really tight. So now let's come in here and we'll change that padding. So to do that, we're gonna drop this down to 24. Cool. And so now it's pretty similar, and we can actually swap this image out. It makes it look a little bit bigger. If we wanted to grab that same image that they're using or kind of a similar size one, I think we might be able to use something like that. And let's scroll up. Cool. So now we can see these are pretty similar components, right? But let's also add in this case study. So where's that case study part itself? So to do that, what we'll do here is we'll click on feature highlights, and we'll add in, click here, and you'll see this badge. And inside of here, it says this is a badge, which is exactly what we wanted to do. So the other things we can notice is there's like another button in here. So I would just click on this and add a new button, and this one will show up, and it will be pink. If I have this set as pink because I have the default coming in is this pink button. But if you wanted to change the color, or we needed to change this to a different button style, we can come in here by clicking this and go to styles, and we can change it to secondary, primary, whatever we might want. I've added in this tertiary one in another video, and that's something that you can potentially do if you need to have a third style of button across the page. So we also see like there's this kind of padding here on the sides. So let's add in that padding. Obviously we can just do that here. I would need to match that here, so I don't really know what it is. So it's 64, and then we have 64 in the middle. So let's see here. So we have 64. And obviously we're just matching everything, right? So great, 64 matches everything, and now we have a component that looks pretty darn similar to what we're looking for. If we wanted to change one last thing here, we can change this this whole link. We can add in, I think, is that a link up there? Yeah, it is. So if we wanted to, we can have it show the icon. It's showing this arrow, but we would want it to be like a Google, I think it's the Google Play icon out of the box. No, it's not actually Google Play. It's a play circle, right? So I'm looking at that. It's a play circle, and right now it's on the right-hand side. We want it to be on the left. So we just click on left, and now there it is over on the left. And obviously you know how to change the text. You just click on it, and we can type in watch video. And now we have these two components that look really, really similar, and we've adjusted them all in the UI with the WYSIWYG editor, which is awesome. So there's a ton of flexibility with these components, and a lot you can do to to make everything kind of come together in just by using the out-of-the-box components here. So don't hesitate to come in and grab one of these and start to tweak it, and there's a ton of stuff that you can do to make it look different and cool by just using the same component from the library and going in and adjusting all the styles and layouts as we just showed. So yeah, that's good enough for there.